I have seen that unemployment is a major problem, and today we will be talking about unemployment in civil engineers. So keep watching. Morning, Santosh Kulkarni, and today we are having another session on unemployed civil engineers. Okay, so keep watching. So talking about unemployment, I have seen that there are various types of unemployment for civil engineers. First is first category I would say is for graduate engineers who have just passed out from their colleges, have already got the degree in hand, and are awaiting any good job. That is first category. That means they don't have any experience of the job. First category. In second category, I would say are the civil engineers who have worked for several years in different companies, maybe construction companies, maybe builders, maybe contractors. They have already worked. After having worked for several months, several years, then suddenly there is a retrenchment, unemployment. This second category is again having two different classes of unemployment. In first case, because the project has completed and hence the company has asked them to leave, there could be another finer or a better mode of unemployment is that your project at a given location is completed and the company has asked you to join, to take charge of another project which is at a distant place. This is another variety, and then you leave the job because you don't want to go to that distant place. And there could be a third category, another category in the second type of unemployment is that because of some integrity issues, your company has asked you to leave, which is very bad. Bad for career, bad for further prospects. Okay, so we'll talk about all these options, all these cases in detail. Keep watching. Let us discuss some solutions on the problems which we talked in the morning. Okay, first solution I want to suggest you is that you should be taking some preventive steps, some proactive steps. And what are these proactive steps which I am going to talk to you? Uh, you see, losing a job means real something. It is very painful. It is a lot of anxiety driving and pathetic. There are also social aspects of being not being in the job, right? So, in this context, I want to suggest you something that when you are on the job, you should have some proactive measures in place. And what are those proactive measures? I would like to suggest first thing is that you should have the knowledge of at least one more function than your regular function. If you are working in a construction execution department, then you should also know what are the roles and responsibilities of a QA function. You're getting the point. So whenever there is a redundancy of job in execution, you can be swiftly transferred to QA department. That means you should really just go one step outside your own function in learning. Okay, the basic emphasis is on learning. You're getting the point. Second tip I would like to give you is that you should learn some extra skill than your normal skill. If you are good in reading drawings, if you are good in creating, say, AutoCAD drawings in a company, in a construction company, then you should also know how to estimate the quantities. Okay, Now, for example, if you are regularly doing an office job, if you are a draftsman, if you are a person involved in, say, estimating, but both are office works, then once in a while, once in a week, you should go to the site and observe the things. So, in such an opportunity, you can always be transferred to the site and vice versa. That means, if you are working on site, you should also have the knowledge of office working. You're getting the point. What I'm trying to emphasize here is the versatility. You should try to be versatile because no company retrench a person. No company will remove you if you have proved your metal. Okay. So what I'm arriving at is that you should be adding value to the company where you are serving. Okay. Another important thing, which is a very simple trip. You will say what is important in that. But listen, man, whenever you are on job, you should have some contingency funds, maybe 30%, 25%, 50%, depending on your present salary. You should start saving. Okay, you should also have a foresight that in case you are retrenched, in case, God forbid, such a situation comes that you lose your job, then how many months, how many years can you survive without taking a single paisa as a salary? So you should start building your reserves. What I am trying to emphasize here is that you should build up reserve. What is the advantage of building a reserve? Is that you will be more confident. The basic dependability factor on the existing company will reduce. Okay. And the final tip I want to develop, I want to give is you should always, whenever time permits, seek your competency in other fields. If you are a construction person, learn to drive. I will tell you my recent experience when I was in Pune. In the evening, when I was going back from my company, I met a Ola driver, and that driver, when he started talking, he, after seeing me, he started talking in English. He said, "I'm a student of an engineering college." He gave the name of a famous engineering college. He was doing his BE production, and he was in fourth year or something. He was from Aurangabad. Sir. He was from Aurangabad, and he was studying in the course of day. And he said that in the night time he drives the vehicle. I think it's a good way. That means if he remains unemployed for some time after his BE production, he won't be having any problem of earning. Okay, so let us summarize what we spoke today. First thing I said, you should develop the knowledge of a parallel function. Okay, parallel function. If you are working in the office, start getting an insight about how the things move on the site. If you are already working in a office function, once in a while, twice in a month, thrice in a month, त्या मराठामध्ये जे दिसून राईट टर्न घ्यायचं आपल्याला. Sorry, अजून पुढे. The important points which we spoke today is that you should develop a versatility. You should be adding value to the company. So no company normally removes a person who is adding value to its organization. Who will be removed? The person who is redundant. So redundancy is always with respect to certain post, certain designation, certain role. That particular role might get extinguished. finished, okay, or discontinued. But if you are able to prove your worth in other roles, then you can be smoothly transferred, you can be migrated. Okay, I have seen such examples also, and therefore you should always develop the knowledge of some other function. That is first tip. Second tip, sorry, there was an interruption due to phone. So again, let us revise. First tip is develop a parallel career option whenever time is there. Okay, these are all something called quadrant 2 things. Quadrant 2 is something which is not urgent but important. Sometime we will talk about quadrant 2 also. Okay, so develop a parallel career for you whenever the opportunity is there. And second tip I said was, whenever you are in job, you assume that you are getting 30%, 40% less. If you are getting a package of 60,000 today, then assume that you are getting only 40,000. Your salary is only 40,000. Remaining 20,000 rupees you start saving. It is your emergency fund. You can call it contingency fund. Start depositing in there. Okay. So in the untoward incidents of you getting retrenched from the job, you already have a backup plan. The main emphasis is that you should develop a backup plan. It's on right turn, yes. Okay, so start implementing it from today itself. Okay, all the best. Bye bye. Take care. See you again next video. Bye bye.